Imagine two people. Both earn exactly $60,000 a year. One of them reaches the end of every month with $12 left in their bank account. The other quietly builds $100,000 in savings over the next decade. Same salary, same city, same economy. So what changed? It wasn't luck, it wasn't intelligence, and it definitely wasn't working harder. The difference was simple. They were playing at completely different levels. Most people think saving money means spending less. It doesn't. Saving money is actually a skill. And just like any skill, there are levels. Some people never escape level 1. Others reach level 7, where money works so well in the background they barely think about it anymore. Today, you're going to discover the 7 levels of saving money. Pay close attention, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where you are and what it takes to reach the next level. Level 1. Survival. This is where almost everyone starts. You aren't saving, you're surviving. Your paycheck arrives, and before you even notice, it's gone. Rent, food, gas, bills, subscriptions, unexpected expenses. By the end of the month, your account is almost empty. Sometimes it's already negative. You tell yourself, I'll start saving next month, but next month looks exactly like the last one. This level isn't about being lazy. Millions of Americans live here. The biggest mistake? It's believing you'll save whatever is left over. Here's the truth. Nothing will ever be left over, because spending expands to match your income. That's why someone earning $40,000 and someone earning $120,000 can both feel broke. At level 1, saving is something you plan to do, not something you actually do. To escape this level, you don't need a higher income first, you need a system. Even saving just $5 or $10 every payday changes something important. Not your bank account, your identity. You stop becoming someone who wants to save and become someone who actually saves. That tiny shift changes everything. Level 2. The starter saver. Congratulations, you're finally saving money. Maybe it's $25 a week, maybe $100 a month. It doesn't seem like much. In fact, it almost feels pointless. But here's what most people never realize. The amount isn't important. The habit is. Because every automatic transfer into savings is one less decision your future self has to make. This is where successful savers begin separating themselves from everyone else. Not because they're rich, because they're consistent. Instead of asking, can I afford to save this month? They ask, how can I make sure saving happens first? That's a completely different mindset. But there's still a dangerous trap. Many people save for months, then one vacation, one new phone, or one Black Friday sale wipes out everything. They aren't building savings, they're borrowing from their future. Real savers protect their progress, even if it's only a few $100s. Because once you see your savings growing, something amazing happens. You stop feeling trapped. For the first time, money starts giving you options. And options are the beginning of freedom. Level 3. The emergency builder. This is the level where life stops controlling you and you start controlling your life. Most people don't realize it, but emergencies aren't rare, they're guaranteed. Your car breaks down, you lose your job, your dog needs surgery, the water heater dies. Life always sends you a bill you never planned for. At levels 1 and 2, those moments become financial disasters. You reach for a credit card, you borrow from friends, or you spend months trying to recover. But level 3 changes the game. Here, your goal isn't getting rich, it's building protection. Financial experts often recommend saving 3 to 6 months of living expenses. That may sound impossible, but remember, it isn't built overnight. It's built one paycheck at a time. Here's something interesting. People with emergency funds aren't just wealthier, they're calmer. Because every unexpected expense no longer feels like the end of the world. Imagine losing your job tomorrow. Would you panic? Or would you quietly update your resume knowing your savings can carry you for months? That's the power of this level. Money doesn't remove problems, it removes panic. And once panic disappears, better decisions become much easier. Level 4. The consistent saver. This is where saving stops feeling like hard work. It becomes automatic. Every payday, money moves into savings before you even see it. You don't rely on motivation. You rely on systems. Because motivation disappears, systems don't. People at this level understand something most people never learn. Saving isn't about what's left after spending. Spending happens after saving. That's a complete reversal of how most people live. They also avoid something called lifestyle inflation. Imagine getting a raise. Most people celebrate by upgrading everything: a nicer apartment, a newer car, more expensive vacations. Within months, they're making more money, but somehow feeling just as broke. Level 4 savers do something different. Every raise becomes an opportunity. Instead of spending all of it, they automatically increase the amount they save. Their lifestyle grows slowly, their savings grow quickly, and year after year, the gap becomes enormous. This is where real wealth quietly begins. Not because of one big decision, but because of hundreds of small ones. People looking from the outside think they're lucky, but luck had nothing to do with it. Levels 5 and Level 6. Level 5, the investor's mindset. This is the level where everything changes, because you finally realize saving money alone isn't enough. Imagine hiding $100,000 under your mattress. 10 years later, it's still $100,000. But, thanks to inflation, it buys far less than it used to. That's when people at Level 5 ask a different question. Instead of, how much can I save? They ask, how can my money start earning money? This is where saving evolves into investing. Some choose index funds, some buy real estate, some invest in businesses. The exact investment matters less than the mindset. Your money is no longer sitting still. It's working while you sleep. Think about it. You work hard for every dollar. Shouldn't every dollar work hard for you? That's exactly what Level 5 is about. At first, the growth feels slow, a few dollars, then a few hundred, then thousands, and eventually you notice something incredible. Your investments begin earning more in a year than you once saved in an entire year. That's the magic of compound growth. The first few years feel almost invisible. Then suddenly, the snowball becomes impossible to stop. Most people never experience this because they quit too early. The patient ones change their financial future forever. Level 6. Financial independence. This is the dream most people spend their entire lives chasing. Not becoming rich, becoming free. Financial independence doesn't mean owning a private jet or buying a mansion. It means your savings and investments generate enough income to pay for your lifestyle. Imagine waking up on Monday morning and realizing you don't have to go to work. Not because you got fired, because you have a choice. You can still work, start a business, travel the world, volunteer, spend more time with family. The difference is you choose. Your bills no longer control your calendar. Your boss no longer controls your future. Your money quietly handles most of it. People often think financial independence happens overnight. It doesn't. It's the result of thousands of smart decisions made over many years. Skipping unnecessary purchases, saving consistently, investing patiently, ignoring trends, staying disciplined when everyone else is chasing shortcuts. Freedom isn't built in a weekend. It's built one decision at a time. And once you reach this level, something surprising happens. Money stops being your biggest concern. Time becomes far more valuable because you finally own it. Level 7. The Legacy Builder. This is the highest level. Ironically, it has very little to do with saving money, because by now, saving becomes effortless. Your investments grow on their own. Your emergency fund is secure. Your income is no longer your only source of wealth. So your focus changes. You stop asking, how much money do I need? And start asking, what can my money do after I'm gone? This is where people build a legacy. Maybe it's paying for your children's education, helping your parents retire comfortably, supporting a charity you believe in, starting a scholarship, building a business that lasts for generations, or simply making sure your family never has to struggle the way you did. At level 7, money becomes a tool, not a goal. The wealthiest people understand something most people never discover. The greatest return on money isn't always measured in dollars. Sometimes it's measured in opportunities, in freedom, in the lives you improve. Because real wealth isn't about having more than everyone else. It's about having enough to help others rise too. That's the final level. Not financial success, financial significance. So, where are you today? Level 1? Level 3? Maybe you're already working toward level 5. Wherever you are, remember this. Nobody is born at level 7. Every financially successful person started exactly where you are now. Confused, making mistakes, wondering if things would ever change. The difference is, they kept climbing. One habit, one paycheck, one smart decision at a time. Because saving money isn't about becoming rich overnight. It's about buying something far more valuable. Peace of mind, freedom, and the ability to choose the life you want. So here's your challenge. Take the next 24 hours and do one thing your future self will thank you for. Open a savings account, automate a transfer, cut one unnecessary expense, or make your very first investment. It doesn't have to be big, it just has to begin. Because one small step today can completely change where you are 5 years from now. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more videos on building wealth, and tell me in the comments, what level are you on right now? I'll see you in the next one.